Hello everyone, ATR here, and welcome back to the Hearthstone Beta. So let's finish this. The arena run with our Warlock. We are currently 3-2, one game away from being eliminated, and wait, how many is that? 9 games away from winning the grand prize. So the odds are against us. We are going to win 9 in a row anyways. We all know that. We can see how effective our deck is, right? I mean, it's been amazing. It's a surprise that we've lost 2 games, right? Jeez. So hopefully this means hopefully this isn't gonna be a 5-minute episode where we lose instantly, but who knows? So here we go. We're the opponent, and that's gonna be a Shaman against Fennis. Okay, well, let's see what we get on our initial draw. Nothing that we really want to use in the initial draw. Let's get rid of all of it. Jungle Panther I could have kept just for later on, and it would have probably been a better idea. I guess we can throw out a Demolisher there just to be annoying, but nothing here that we can really use to start off with. Hoping that we get a Voidwalker. No, Shadow Bolt comes out. Oh well. Greetings. Let's go ahead and pass. Let's see if he passes anything. Usually in arenas, people pass the first turn because you hardly ever get any, 1-drops. We do get our 1-drop, but since there's nothing on the field as a threat, we're just simply gonna life tap and keep on going. So next turn, if he does put a big taunt, not a big taunt, a threat on the field, we'll respond. That is not a threat. Not at all. Kind of weird that he got him, although it makes me think that he might have gotten a weapon, although he was potentially maybe just hoping for a weapon. We could Shadow Bolt and just get rid of it, but I think I'm going to put out a Demolisher, which is going to take a hit from, and just, hoping that he can't kill it. The other option is letting him take a shot and getting Sense Demons, or grabbing a Voidwalker and tapping a Voidwalker and that, but you know what? Yeah, we're just going to use a Demolisher. Demolisher isn't really part of our Grandmaster plan, it's just a card that we ended up drawing, so we'll put it out there and let him do with it as he wishes. If he decides to hit it with his Bloodsail Raider and not kill it, the Demolisher could turn around if he doesn't get a healing totem, potentially hit him and kill it. So, there's a lot of things to consider in that move, so let's see what he decides to do. If he doesn't kill the Demolisher, then we're going to drop a Ascension Shieldmaster on him next turn and try to keep him alive. So he decides to go for the Wind Speaker, giving him double attacks, so he's going to be brought down. Okay, that's an interesting move, a very nice move, I gotta say. Ascension Shieldmaster is a nice option against it because he would not be able to get 2 swings anyway, or anymore, that is. Voidwalker dies to the Wind Speaker, so he's not able to do much with that. Yeah, I think the Ascension Shieldmaster is the choice here. This dies to this, and he can get in some more additional hits. Here's hoping he doesn't have any type of removal. Ascension Shieldmaster. Ascension Shieldmaster dies, but it should be able to get rid of all what he has on the field. If he has, however, a Hex, then I'm screwed. He's going to kill it and hit me for 2, and then for 3. So that's pretty bad. Let's see what he got. What do you got? Probably has something. Oh no, he decides to summon a totem. Oh, that means he has a spell. No, Flame Tongue Totem. Okay. Ooh, that's nasty. So he's gonna sacrifice this guy and hit me for 8. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt. Jeez. I should have gotten rid of that guy. It has Wind Fury. It's a stupid move by me by not doing that. I deserve all that. All that and more. So I can still just Shadow Bolt it and kill it. I keep trying to just use my Taunters to stop him, but it's not working so far. I could Voidwalker and kill that just to reduce its damage. I could Soul Siphon and hope that I get a Hellfire. A Hellfire clears everything, but it's a very risky maneuver even though I do have 2. So I'm just simply going to Voidwalker again and kill that. So Voidwalker, kill this stupid thing, and put out a Leperno. So that brings it down to a 2, and it has to hit a taunt, which means it dies. But again, if he has some other type of buff, then I'm screwed. Although not really. If he has another Flame Tongue Totem, he puts it in the middle, and he still can't kill my Voidwalker without having to sacrifice that Bloodsail Raider, only having swung once. So I'm okay with that choice. I mean, it was kind of the better choice that I had. Like I said, the other option was life tapping just to see if I could potentially draw a Flame Strike, which would kill everything. Would have been, you know, the better card to use. But if it didn't draw a Flame Strike, then I would have been stuck with a Flame Tongue Totem just buffing everything and giving that guy 8 damage. Jesus Christ, Doomhammer comes out. Oh, I need my fucking flame. I mean, my ooze. I need my ooze. So he's gonna swing twice at the totem. I mean, not the totem, the Voidwalker, kill it, and then swing twice at me. No, okay, well, at least he gets rid of the Wind Fury guy, which means that I'm kind of okay. Could put out a big guy. No, I cannot actually. I can put out my summoning portal, but he can kill it with this very easily. I can sense demons, but that doesn't help me. I'm trying to get that Swampoos. I need that Swampoos. I need it. I need it bad. So we're going to tap, we get a Blood Imp, and we get this. I guess we're going to put these two. They're stealthed creatures, so he can't swing at them. But if he has some type of AoE, he's going to just use that. But at least that's kind of the best option I had, because that Wind Fury weapon is just ridiculous. He can hit me for 4 damage if he wants to burn charges on that, which, I mean, he does have me at half health now, which is, you know, reasonable to keep burning me down, especially against the Warlock, because the Warlock relies on, you know, having life for life tap, so reduces my options to get more cards. So it's an option. So Shattered Sun Cleric comes down, he pops me for 1, pops me for an additional 2, pops me for 1 more 2. Okay, so burning a lot of charges on that. Stupid Swampoos. I'm just not getting that Swampoos anywhere anyway. So we're going to take a very risky maneuver here, and we're going to life tap 1 more time. Spellbreaker. Yep, that's not what we wanted. I wanted to get the Swampoos to get rid of that thing, but oh well. So we are going to come out with a Voidwalker. We're also going to come out with a free Molten Giant. And we are going to put 2 more demons in our hands. That is the Dread Infernal and a Succubus. Okay. So this thing can kill that, and it dies. It can kill this and stays alive, which is what we're going to do. Reducing how much this can do. He would have to swing twice, still hits me for 3, which is bad, but we at least remove that spell damage. We're in a horrible spot. Horrible spot. So he has to hit at that. I think we're dead. I don't think we're coming out of this one. My stupid Swampoos never came, and yeah. Well, this is going to be a short video. Well, we'll add a little bit length after it. I suppose we have some stuff that we can show off, you know. But I don't see it. We're still at 10 health. I mean, we're at a 3rd health, essentially, so we could potentially come back, but I mean, we are going to be very limited in what we can do. We can't really use our Hellfires properly. We can't use the Dread Infernal properly. We can't use the Abomination properly, because all of those deal damage to us. He brings out a freaking Elemental that deals damage to my guy. Well, not damage, freezes my guy, so I have no way of dealing with this anyways. Kills my Panther with his. Another Panther comes out. So he hits me for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he kills me this turn. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. Nothing at all. None of the guys that I have here can get rid of this guy. This deals 1 damage, meaning that it actually kills this and hurts me even more. This, nothing helps. So all we can really do is life tap, hoping that something comes out. Swampoos. Breaks his weapon on the last 2 charges. I guess that kind of helps. Still, we're going to be left at 2 health, and if he can deal 2 damage to me in any way, shape, or form, we are screwed. So we're going to bring out a thread, which is a summoning portal. And that's it. Let's see if we can hold on with 7 health. Yeah, that Swamp Ooze needed to come out a little bit earlier, at least at the halfway point, but I mean, he was basically down to 1 charge of 4 damage. So he hexes this guy, which is good for me because it actually forces him to hit it. Other thing he could have done is hit me and left that guy alive. So he keeps me alive with that, but doesn't actually matter much because I still have no taunts available. Silencing any of these doesn't help me. We only have 1 damage available in the Mortal Coil. Jungle Panther. Well, let's live tap and see if we draw anything good. We do drop a Senjin Shield Master, which actually takes 2 hits. So that actually kind of helps. Drop that there. And what is the better option here? A big threat? Yeah, big threat, why not? And we're going to go for 3 on him. So if he can deal 1 damage to that Senjin Shield Master, we're dead. If he can't, then we are okay. Warlocks do have direct damage, like lightning bolts and things, so there are multiple things he can do. Drops a Flesh Golem just to show me what other stuff he has. Frostwolf Warlord to buff it up. And, okay, that actually puts us in an okay spot. So he's going to bash on my Senjin Shield Master, dealing damage to things, bringing that guy up to a 3/3. And we can deal 10 damage to him, silence that to a 4, but that still doesn't get us anywhere near what we want. Blah, 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 blah. So, let's see. I think there's a way. We kill that. We silence that afterwards. Doesn't really matter at one point we silence that. We pop one of these guys. We use our Dread Infernal to deal 1 damage and do that. Yeah, I think that's kind of the only option that I have. Okay, so we kill this, killing our own guy. We are going to pop one of these. What was 4, 5, 6? Yeah. We're gonna pop a Dread Infernal. Kill it with that. Get a Hellfire that we can't use anymore. We silence this guy. Hit him with this. And we put out a Jungle Panther and call it a day. So we are sitting at 4 health. But that was really the only way I could do it. I mean, that was the better option that I had. So we do actually have a massive amount of damage potential next turn, which is bad for him, but he has a Lightning Storm. Okay. So he clears my board almost completely, leaves my Dread guy alive. Yeah, we knew that even before it happened. And we have 1 health to work with here. And that 1 health is not even going to help us. We can kill ourselves. Almost tempted to kill myself. We can... Let's see. If we Hellfire, it kills our guy and doesn't kill this, which kills us. So we can't even deal damage to him. We have to clear this off with this Hellfire, and then pop out a Spellbreaker and a Succubus, and be left at 1 health. Horrible choices. Horrible choices, people. And I'm bringing out the Spellbreaker simply because it I need stuff on the field. So we kill that. We Hellfire. Put out an empty Spellbreaker. Succubus, getting rid of the other card that I can't use. And we pass our turn. So if he can deal 1 damage to us in any way, shape, or form, we're dead. I mean, we've been holding alive by the skin of our teeth. No, there it goes, Lava Burst. Okay, so really it didn't matter what I did in that turn. I was still gonna die. Okay. So that's it. A very short episode, but no, I'm gonna add a couple things after the fact. So first off, let's go ahead and see what our rewards were. We did get ourselves 3 wins, so That should give us some gold, I think. Very little amounts. Not enough to get another run, but, you know, something. So we get 3, and that gives us actually 3 to open, so very nice. So 1 pack, 25 gold, and 25 dust. Okay, well, very little amounts of gold, but I'll work my way to more gold afterwards. So, let's go ahead and look at what we got in a pack. That pack is going to be nice. I can feel it. It's a legendary. And here we go. So first off, Light Spawn, bleh. Rare, Lightning Storm, already have 2 of those. Damn it. Blood Imp, that's nice. I don't think I actually had 2 of those, so that's fine. Eye for an Eye, I think I have that one. I'm not sure if I had 2, but I know I have that one. And a South Sea Dick Hand. So I have 2 of those now, so that's nice. So we're going to have to disenchant that. Let's see if the Blood Imp was also part of what we had. So we now have 2 Ice for an Ice, very nice. Blood Imp, we now have 2 of those, so that's also good. And we have 2 South Sea Deck Hands. So, crafting, disenchant, we're going to disenchant one and the other. So, the Light Spawn and the thing. So, it's 25 additional dust, we're now at up to 95. So, we can start working our way. No, actually, I don't think we need anything else that we can functionally use. We're gonna have to essentially just tough it out and either unlock them or work to get 1600 dust. And well, we have our first 100 at least. We're 5 short, but well, whatever. I'm gonna show you guys something I've been working on. Sorry, excuse me, I have the cough here. Still a little sick, and I had a booger there. Anyways, I'm working on something that you guys from Company of Heroes can appreciate, and this is my RNG deck. So we like to pray to the RNG gods, do we not? So I decided to build as best I could. Not everything here actually, you know, thematic, but you know, as random as possible, and it's actually been working pretty well. So there's a lot of cards in the deck and in the game that deal random things. Like, for example, the Knife Juggler is a very popular card. It's a 3/2 for 2, but it says after you summon a minion, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So it, you know, tosses out a knife at random to one enemy or the you know, the enemy hero. So there's a lot of RNG there in those types of cards. So I figured, what better class to do RNG with than the class that has an RNG hero power, and that is the Shaman. The Shaman has the hero power that is summon a random totem, and you get 1 out of 4 totems available to you, and that is the 1/1 Searing Totem, the 0/2 Healing Totem, the 0/2 what is it called? Well, there's the Wrath of Air Totem, the Spell Power Totem, and there's the 0/2, I forget what it's called, but the Taunt Totem. So, you know, you already have RNG in your hero power, and then I added everything that I have right now that is RNG, which is first off, Forked Lightning. This is, you know, manageable, but it's random. It says for 1 spell, you deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions, and you overload for 2. So, you know, 2 random enemy minions. You can control it in a way if you only have, you know, if you make it so that he only has 2 enemies on the field, you obviously are going to hit both of them. But if he has more, then it is, you know, a roll of the dice. This one doesn't apply. Then we have the Young Priestess, which is a 2/1 for 1, and it says at the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion plus 1 health, but it's at random, so again, RNG. This one again doesn't apply, so I just tossed it in there. The Knife Juggler, we talked about that one, so that's 1 damage randomly tossed out. Then we have the Mad Bomber, which is the king of RNG. This is actually a common card. It is a 3/2 for 2, and it says Battle Cry. Deal 3 damage randomly split between all other characters. So sometimes it's amazing, and it clears out exactly as you want it. You know, if it hits the Divine Shield, and then hits the guy for 1 and kills it, and then hits the other guy that was damaged and it gets him even more. But some other times it can kill your own units, or just turn around and toss all 3 bombs at you. So you don't get any more RNG than this guy. Then we have the Master Swordsmith, which is a 1/3 for 2, and it says at the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion plus 1 attack. So again, it's at random. Toss it in there. Then we got Hex, because he's just good, and then we got Lightning Storm. Now, Lightning Storm is random in the damage. It says deal 2 or 3 damage to all enemy minions. So it's a AoE for everything. It hits everything, but it deals either 2 or 3 damage, which with the totem I can potentially pump it up to 3 or 4. But yeah, that's the RNG right there. Then we got the Acolyte of Pain. That's just for drawing cards because I don't have enough cards for RNG to fill it out. And then we have the Demolisher. It's the 1/4 for 3, and it says at the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So again, it can work awesome, or it can just, hit the hero and not what you wanted. And then we have Mind Control Tech, a 3/3 for 3, and it says Battle Cry. If your opponent has 4 or more minions, take control of 1 at random. So sometimes you can get an amazing thing. I wish I had recorded that game. It was amazing. It went down to fatigue. I was already fatigued, and I kept the mind control guy in my hand because the enemy never had 4 minions on the field for me to take him. And he drew like perfectly because he still had like 5 cards available for him to draw, and he drew an Earth Elemental, which is an amazing card. I'll actually look it up here. You can see it. Here we go. Earth Elemental. It's a 7/8 with Taunt. So the guy that I had on the field was just going to die, and it was the last remaining guy I had. But drawing that card, he actually got himself a full 4 guys. So I tossed out the Mind Control, and it got this guy and just won the round instantly. It was amazing. I mean, you should have been there, but unfortunately I wasn't recording. But anyways, yeah, we have that. So it doesn't actually do anything if there's less than 4 minions on the field, but I should save it, and once there's 4, or if there ever is 4, I just toss it out, and it catches 1, and it's at random. Sometimes it's awesome, sometimes it's the shittiest one available. Then you have Tankmaster Overspark. We unlocked this guy. Well, actually, we opened this guy in one of the packs in one of the arena runs, which was amazing, and it fits here perfectly. It's a 2/2 for 3, which is horrible, but it says Battle Cry. Transform a minion into a 5/5 Devilsaur or a 1/1 Squirrel at random. So you can either use it on your own guys or the enemy. If you use it on the enemy, you're kind of hoping to use it like a Hex or a Polymorph to make it a 1/1, but sometimes you give him a 5/5 and you screw yourself. Or you can use it on your own totems and hoping that it turns into a 5/5 so you have a stronger unit. So RNG. Then we have the Stampeding Kodo. It's a 3/5 for 5, and it says Battle Cry. Destroy a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack. So again, RNG right there. And this one, we just have it because it's good. And then the Gelbin Mechatork. That's the last one, and it's a 6/6 for 6. We got this guy simply by buying a ticket for the arena. It's given to you for helping out in the beta, essentially. And it says summon an awesome invention. It doesn't say random in the name, but it is a random invention. It has, I believe, 4? Yeah, it has a gun that transforms any minion, including itself, even the gun targets itself and all your friendly minions, into a 1/1 chicken, which is hilarious, but really not that useful. Then there's another one that it's an orb that gives any minion at random, even the enemy minions, +1/+1. It's awesome if you control the entire board and don't have anything for him, but if he has any minions on the field, then you can start buffing his guys, and it's kind of annoying. And the orb also sometimes targets itself, which is kind of nice. Then you have a homing chicken, I think it's called, but it's a 0/1 chicken that explodes on the start of your next turn and gives you 3 cards. Usually it dies and never makes it to the next turn, but when it does, it's amazing card draw. And the last one, which is pretty much always screws you over, it's a repair bot that heals anything that is damaged for 6. That includes the enemy hero, and most of the times it heals the enemy hero, and it's like, no, stop it! And you have no way of removing it. I have to either use my Fire Elemental here with 3 damage to kill the repair bot, or use my Tankmaster Overspark just to transform it so it stops healing the enemy. But yeah, I mean, those are the things that I have here for my RNG deck. I still have a couple things that I am missing that I want to do, but the problem is that most of them are legendary, because if we go here to random and search, there's only the Alarmal bot that I haven't actually gotten from the standard cards, and this one says at the start of your turn, swap this minion with a random one in your hand, which I could use, and I'll maybe throw it in there, but it's not as useful, right now, so I am not really in any hurry to get it. If I unlock it, with opening packs after arenas, sure, that's great, but I'm not going to be crafting it, because the other ones that I want, although this doesn't show all of them, but here are two of them. They're all pretty much legendaries. We have Sylvanas Windrunner, which is a pretty great card. It's a 5/5 for 5, and the death rattle is take control of a random enemy minion. Obviously, if he sacrifices all his minions to kill her, you don't get anything, but it's still part of an RNG. I mean, sometimes it's not going to work the way you would expect, but this one's pretty cool. Then you also have Ragnaros, which is amazing. It's an 8/8 for 8. It can't attack, but at the end of your turn, deal 8 damage to a random enemy, which again is amazing. It's a pretty awesome card. It's used in a lot of decks. It's very, very good late game. But again, it's a legendary, so I either open it in a pack or I'll have to save up 1,600 to craft these. So it's gonna take a long while before I can finish this deck completely, because I don't plan on sinking $200 into the game. Let me go ahead and remove that, because there's a couple other ones that we do want to talk about, but they don't actually say random themselves. Another one, which is a great card that a lot of people use, is Ysera. Ysera is, again, another legendary at 9, a 4/12, but it says at the end of your turn, draw a dream card. Dream cards are amazing cards. We actually saw Ysera in one of these arena runs. And yeah, the card that you draw is at random, and there's a lot of very good cards. I mean, those dream cards are amazing, regardless. But yeah, I mean, that's another card that I would drop in there because it's random. And there's a new one that got added. Let me just go ahead and search legendary so we don't have to scroll through everything. Where is it? Oh, okay, there's a couple ones. There's Nat Pagal. I like this one because it says at the end of your turn, you have a 50% chance to draw a card. So 50-50 RNG. So that one's nice, and it's card draw. If I can get this one, I can probably just toss out the other guys I have for card draw, which are the Acolytes of Pain. And then there's this one that got introduced in the latest patch, the Elite Tauren Chieftain. And it says Battle Cry. Give both players the power of rock with a power chord card. Essentially, you toss it out and it gives you a card with a random card with some abilities. There's a card that summons Murlocs, which is also random in itself because it's 2, 3, 4, 5 Murlocs, something. It's depending. It's at random, I mean. There's also another card that is like deal damage, like Assassins. It's a card that just deals 4 damage. And then there's another one that summons a random Tauren, so you can get stuff like the Ascendant Shieldmaster and things like that. So yeah, I mean, that's also an RNG card that got introduced, and I think that's it. I don't think there's any other cards I'm missing that do any type of RNG. But yeah, the problem here is that most of them that I'm missing are legendary. Pretty much everything except the Larmobot. So yeah, not gonna be finished anytime soon, but it is something I'm gonna work towards. But this one has been working pretty great. I may show you guys some runs with it later on, but I already stretched out this video long enough as it is, so we're just gonna finish that out there. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.